I am Neil Larthos. I am the next Abdullah. You are the next Neville Goddard. Your SP gets moist, wet, every single time they think of you. And your bank account makes Jeff Bezos look homeless. Okay? Really quick, if you want to work with me, the link is in the description. Okay? So, state changes. Okay? I'm not going to freaking keep you guys. Let's just fucking cut through the bullshit. Okay? So, the way to shift states is, look, I have techniques about getting into character and alter ego, but you want to know the easiest way to change states is to change your mood. Okay? That's it. Okay. Cut the video off. You're done. Okay? That's all you need to know. Okay? You heard it here first. The way to change states is to change your fucking mood. Okay? Whenever you are noticing that the 3D circumstances are not the way that you want them, okay? You're at the gym and your SP is not looking at you, right? Your ex has you blocked on all fucking platforms. You don't feel happy. You don't feel pleasured. You don't feel motivated, right? Some of you guys might actually feel depressed, right? Well, what if I told you that you can look at your circumstances right there in the 3D and literally dig yourself out of it in the fucking moment? You can literally dig yourself out of a state and get into the state of the wish fulfilled, okay? Now, I'll explain what I mean, and then I'm going to give you a little disclaimer, okay? So, look, before I get in a fucking car accident, whenever you notice that your SP is not giving you attention in the moment, for example, let's say they're in your class or at your job, you can experience the feelings, you can experience the emotions, you can even experience the negative thoughts that are running in your brain, like, oh, she doesn't even like you, this manifestation stuff is bullshit, right? All that stuff, right? Every single one of us has experienced that at least at one time or another, right? Well, the moment that you notice that your thoughts are going that way, basically not in your favor, and they are being aware of the fact that your SP is ignoring you, is the moment that you can simply look at them like passing clouds and just say, I don't identify with this. You can literally say it in your mind, right? Just like the way I could tell you right now, say the word elephant and you'll hear your voice say elephant. Just say, I don't identify with that thought. Because you see, just like the way I could tell you to say the word elephant in your brain, you are going to experience something, whether it's you're going to hear the word elephant in your brain, you're going to see an elephant in your imagination, or you're going to fucking think about, I don't know, the fucking animal porn that you watch or something. I don't know, right? But the point is, something's going to pop up, okay? No pun intended. So, the same way that something will pop up in your brain when you say the word elephant is the same way that when you literally consciously tell yourself, I don't identify with this thought, instead of your brain thinking of ways that you're going to cope with the fact that your SP is ignoring you and continuing to badger you with negative thoughts about, oh man, it's probably because you're not tall enough, you're ugly, etc., 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 basically entertaining the thoughts, right? Instead of entertaining the thought, when you say, I don't identify with the thought, you'll either A, shut all the negative thoughts down pertaining to your SP, or it'll be so busy trying to understand why you are telling yourself that you don't identify. But the point is it changes the fucking subject. And when it changes the subject, it changes your fucking state, because you no longer are the guy experiencing negative thoughts about your SP and looking at the 3D and noticing and admitting to yourself that the 3D is not the way you want, which in turn recycles and puts you in a loop where you continue to be in the circumstances where your SP is not choosing you. Instead of being in that state, you'd shift to a different state. And it's not a state of one where you don't have SP. It is a state where you are not identifying with the state that got you into the circumstances where your SP isn't choosing you, right? So in other words, you will get into the state of the wish fulfilled when you just tell yourself in the moment, I don't identify with that. And look, this is the disclaimer that I want to say. First of all, when I say you will get an instant shift, that does not mean that if you're sitting right next to your SP in class, expect that once you shift states, all of a sudden she's gonna act like a different fucking creature, and it's gonna seem like if you stepped into a portal and all of a sudden she's sucking your dick right there in front of the teacher. No, I'm not saying that. Although that is definitely possible. And I have seen, like I just posted a video on my last video. I don't know if it's my last video, but one of my previous videos, I talk about how there was a girl who wasn't choosing me. I made eye contact with her. She was really hot. And she almost gave me like this disgusted look when she saw me, right? Like if I was some fucking ogre. But instead of me saying, fuck, she thought I was disgusting, I told myself, no, I actually think that she probably was just nervous, and she probably thought that I was disgusted by her, and she got nervous, she got shy, because her face did kind of get a little red, I'm not gonna lie. And the next time that I bumped into her, we made eye contact again, can't even speak, and I smiled at her, and dude, her face lit up like the fucking 4th of July. Like I said in my previous video, if she had a dick, she probably would have gotten hard instantly, right? But in this case, she got fucking moist. And then there was other times that we caught each other looking at each other, and it was just like, we could have just fucked right there, but I was at work. So, but the point I'm trying to make is that's an example of me shifting states. Instead of me being the guy who noticed that a girl was not doing the typical choosing signal, as the red pill community calls it, and feeling like, oh shit, another rejection onto my list. Shit, that's already 100 this fucking year, right? Instead of me adding it to my rejection list, I shifted to the state of, no, well, there's no way she rejected me. If anything, she felt like if I was rejecting her. If anything, she saw me as the prize and she just felt intimidated. That's why she kind of had a weird look on her face. She didn't know what to do. She was caught like a deer in the headlights. That is something that you can actually tell yourself if somebody kind of gives you an awkward stare or whatever, or if you just feel rejected. Because there have been times that people have rejected others for intimidation. They feel like they're not good enough, and you'd be surprised. You would actually feel like, what the fuck, I thought I was like way uglier than you, and you're telling me that you felt like if you were the fucking ugly duckling. All possibilities exist, man. I've heard of numerous accounts where shit like that has actually happened. So you never really know what's going on behind the scenes. But even if they actually rejected you, you can still change their opinion by changing your state. And the way you change your state is by not identifying with the thoughts, with the emotions. You can hear the thoughts, you can feel the emotions, you can even fucking cry, but you can literally, while the tears are streaming down your fucking cheeks, say, oh my gosh, he came on my face again, right? Or she fucking just dripped her pussy juice all over. That's not fucking tears, that's her cum, right? And I guarantee you, if you can tell yourself that your tears are the fucking orgasm juice of your SP, there's no fucking way that you're not gonna laugh. I mean, you'll have to have a giggle. I mean, just imagine if you said something like that at a fucking funeral. They'll either kick you out or they'll just fucking, it's like, oh shit, no, I'm not laughing, I promise. Okay, break the fourth wall, catch the thoughts in the act. And another disclaimer I was going to say is a lot of coaches might tell you that, hey, you know, you don't have to do this a lot, and you know, it's not a whole lot of work. It's really not a whole lot of work, but it really is if you have a big fucking chatterbox of a negative inner conversations going on in your brain all the time, you know? So if you're constantly thinking negative, then yeah, you might actually have to keep catching those fucking negative thoughts like a damn boxer is, you know, parrying the shots, you know. But you got to kind of ask yourself, I mean, do good things come to people who are lazy, or do good things come to people who earn it, right? And it's not like if you're fucking trying to teach yourself how to do quantum, you know, fucking, well, I was going to say quantum physics. In a way, it is quantum fucking physics, right? The quantum realm. But it's not like you were teaching yourself how to fucking, you know, reverse engineer a fucking airplane, okay? You're just teaching yourself how to do a little mental diet. And mental diet, positive thinking is more than just some sort of self-improvement shit. When you change your fucking mood, you change your state. And when you change from the state of the guy who notices that he doesn't have SP and that he's lonely, to a guy who is fucking laughing in the face of the shitty 3D circumstances, your subconscious will have no other choice but to reflect the state that you're being, and therefore you will see the behavior response from your SP of that of a person who is recognizing somebody who is magnetic, who has an abundance mindset. And we all know, like I've said before, the most attractive state to be in is the one of detachment and not giving a fuck either way. Because the one who gets their SP 100% of the time gets it from a state of not giving a fuck. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, if you want to know in more depth how to get into this state, work with me. I promise you, your life will never fucking be the same. I am Neil Arthos. This is all that the I Am Awareness had to say. And I know you're going to be okay.